Before we delve into the findings, it's crucial to establish the robustness and sheer scale of the research underpinning this report. The Future of Jobs report is distinct because it is not based solely on economic modeling. It is grounded in a massive real-world survey of employers. The data collected encompasses over 1,000 of the world's largest companies, spanning 55 major global economies, and collectively representing an incredible 14.1 million employees. To put this into perspective, the geographical coverage includes economies that account for 88% of the world's gross domestic product, ensuring that these findings are highly representative across diverse regions, development stages, and regulatory environments. The analysis is further segmented into 22 distinct industry clusters, providing unparalleled sectoral depth from healthcare and finance to manufacturing and energy. Crucially, the forecast focuses specifically on the near-term future, targeting the 2025 to 2030 timeframe. This rigorous methodology, combining broad scale with deep sectoral and geographical granularity, is what makes the insights in this report incredibly reliable and immediately relevant for strategic planning. The global labor market is currently being subjected to a powerful and complex set of pressures, stemming from 5 major interconnected drivers of transformation. These forces do not operate in isolation. Rather, they form a dynamic system that dictates economic structure. First, we have the rapid and widespread adoption of new technology, particularly in artificial intelligence and expanding digital access, which fundamentally alters the nature of tasks. Second, the necessary global pivot towards the green transition, investments in sustainability and climate adaptation, is creating entirely new job categories and changing energy-intensive sectors. Third, we face persistent economic uncertainty, characterized by slower global growth and the challenge of rising costs and inflation, forcing companies to prioritize efficiency. Fourth, geopolitical fragmentation is impacting global trade and supply chains, leading to shifts in manufacturing locations. And fifth, significant demographic shifts, including the aging workforce in developed nations and youth bulges in emerging markets, create contrasting labor supply and demand challenges. Understanding how these 5 macro forces interact is the starting point for anticipating where capital flows, how work gets done, and which skills are being urgently prioritized in every market. It should come as no surprise that technology remains the single most impactful driver. Broadening digital access is cited as the #1 transformative trend by 60% of global employers. This isn't just about having an internet connection. It's about the pervasive integration of digital tools into every facet of business. The critical finding here is the expected impact of artificial intelligence. A staggering 86% of companies anticipate AI will transform their operations over the next 5 years. We are moving decisively past simple automation, the replacement of repetitive tasks, into a phase defined by augmentation. Generative AI, in particular, is being used to enhance human productivity, making analysts faster, designers more prolific, and developers more efficient. This rapid digital and AI adoption fundamentally underpins many of the positive job creation forecasts in knowledge work, while simultaneously increasing pressure on routine information processing roles, setting the stage for the job churn we will analyze shortly. The accelerating commitment to sustainability and the environment is rapidly moving from an operational necessity to a massive economic engine and job creation driver. Investments aimed at both climate change adaptation and mitigation are now ranked among the top four forces driving net job creation globally. This transformation is highly sectoral. It's creating entirely new ecosystems around areas like carbon capture, sustainable material science, and renewable energy infrastructure. Consequently, there is skyrocketing demand across all sectors for environmental engineers, sustainability specialists, green product designers, and ESG compliance officers. The green transition is signaling a fundamental, mandatory restructuring of industries ranging from agriculture and energy to manufacturing and transportation. For companies, building sustainability expertise is no longer optional. It is becoming a core competency, essential for future growth and regulatory compliance, directly leading to predictable, large-scale job growth. While the technological horizon is exciting, it is tempered by prevailing macroeconomic headwinds. Persistent economic uncertainty remains a significant drag on business planning and investment decisions. Slower overall global economic growth and the rising cost of living are primary concerns, cited by over 40% of employers. The high cost of labor, materials, and debt, driven by inflationary pressures, forces companies to place a premium on efficiency and cost reduction strategies. This dynamic has a complex, twofold impact on the labor market. On one hand, it accelerates the adoption of automation technologies to reduce operational expenses in routine areas. On the other, it fuels demand for high-value roles focused on financial modeling, risk management, and strategic optimization. Navigating this period requires businesses to balance necessary efficiency gains with continued investment in the strategic talent that can drive future revenue and resilience. Global geopolitical divisions are causing trade relations and supply chains to become increasingly complex and fragmented, a trend expected to transform over one-third of global businesses. The era of hyper-globalization is giving way to strategic regionalization. In response, companies are fundamentally restructuring their supply chains, moving away from single-source dependencies and opting for strategies like reshoring, bringing production back home, or friendshoring, locating production in politically aligned nations. The most direct labor market impact is a surge in demand for specialized talent in supply chain management, logistics, and global trade compliance. These roles are now critical strategic functions required to navigate complex, fragmented regulatory environments and ensure the regional resilience and continuity of business operations. This shift directly impacts talent mobility and regional industrial investment. Demographic trends present perhaps the most geographically varied labor market challenge. We are seeing a distinct dual phenomenon across the globe. In developed economies, aging populations are leading to significant labor shortages, which in turn intensifies the pressure for automation solutions and fuels disproportionate demand in care, health services, and elder-focused technology. Conversely, regions experiencing a youth bulge, such as across South Asia and parts of Africa, face the challenge of creating sufficient, high-quality job opportunities for a rapidly expanding working-age population. Addressing this disparity requires massive, coordinated public and private sector investments. In high-growth youth regions, the focus must be on digital infrastructure, skills training, and connecting this young workforce to high-value global employment opportunities through digital platforms. Managing this demographic divergence is central to maintaining global economic stability.